welcome back to the show. We want to welcome here Amazing Hearing's very own Ann Mundell-Noel and Gabby Rodriguez, Dr. Gabby Rodriguez. Thanks, guys, for joining us. A lot of fun stuff to talk about, right? You got your 12th anniversary, plus the big expansions going on. You guys have expanded again. What's that all about? Just too much of a good thing going on down there?
Pretty much. So we expanded earlier in the year in July. We were on and announced our expansion, and now we have expanded again because we have found the need for a bigger classroom, conference room type to host some more classes and topics and things in our office. So
you're just knocking out all the businesses on left and right of you guys?
We're knocking down walls inside, just seeing how we can better fit, the needs of our patients. So exciting things.
Okay. And with that expansion, you're also kind of doing some classes that are going on there. What are these classes all about?
Yep, so the classes, we're going to do two different types of classes.
Okay.
So one is for oral rehab or hearing therapy. That is to help patients who need a little extra help with their hearing. So the way the ear is damaged, they just don't get the clarity that they want. So we have a speech language pathologist that I've known for 30 years, and her name is Cindy. Yeah, not that long. And so that is one thing that we're going to do, lip reading, those kinds of things. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then the other is classes that we're going to have on Thursday mornings from 10:30 to 11:30, and those classes are going to be all different types of topics about hearing loss, about accessories, how to use your iPhone with your hearing aid. So there's a lot of different topics.
Now, can people just show up for these classes, or do they have to RSVP, or how does it all work? They go to your website to get more information?
Yeah, so even though we've knocked down the wall and we're in a bigger room, still limited,
not that big,
so still limited seating. We just ask that you call the office and RSVP ahead of time. You'll also be able to find the list of, upcoming topics on the website. So checking out the website.
And so this is for folks who are maybe already your clients, or are they for folks who've never been to you too? Is it open to anybody?
It is. It's open to anybody, and that's why they can go on the website and they could register through the office. You have to call, so you can't do it online yet. But they are all different topics, and so we encourage people who are not patients to come in and get some more information.
Okay. Now, we've talked about this kind of the Costcoization of the hearing aids industry as the kind of the barriers went down to buy it, being able to buy them right off the shelf. But it's not a one-size-fits-all world in that area, right?
It's not, and I think that's why these classes are so important. Is, I think patients and I would both love if I could get you a hearing aid and say, see you in a year. It's not quite like that. There's a lot that goes into fitting a hearing aid. It's very specialized. As the experts, we're audiologists. We take the time to ensure you're not only getting what you need from the hearing aid, but maybe some other tools and tricks and accessories that all kind of work together to maximize your hearing.
Is different kind of hearing loss require different kind of hearing aids or different kind of adjustments?
So the hearing aid would be mainly the same. It's kind of a blank unit, and then reprogram it. But definitely our knowledge as audiologists, we understand physiologically what is happening inside the ear, and that is one of the key factors that we can really fine-tune the hearing aid in a much better way because we understand physiologically what's happening in the body.
Okay. So really, it's just kind of like you need to dial these things in, right? And don't people come back and kind of get adjustments? Hey, I'm hearing this or that kind of thing. So it's kind of a fine tuning as you go, right?
Totally. Our office isn't a fair environment, right? It's quiet. We're trained to talk kind of loud. So what you experience in the real world really helps guide us. Everyone's body and brain is different, so you're going to react differently, even if you have an identical hearing loss to me. So fine tuning based on your life and what you're experiencing definitely kind of leads the way for us.
Okay.
I'd just like to add on that is that we're kind of like physical therapists for your ear, right? If you get a knee replacement, you know how to walk. Why do you go to a physical therapist after? Because they know how hard to push you and what to do to maximize your potential. But your potential is not going to be the same as somebody else, maybe in a different age or different activity level. And in the same way with us, with hearing aids, we are there to maximize our patients' hearing potential. So we look at what is available for them. And that's why different strokes for different folks.
Okay. Tell me about Cindy Nierenberg.
Yeah, so Cindy is our speech language pathologist. That's who Anne is known for 30 years, not 60.
Not 60?
Not 60.
You're in the crib together.
But she's excellent. So she's not only a speech language pathologist with 30 years of experience, but she's a life coach as well. And so she really understands kind of the emotional side of hearing loss. And she's now with us doing our hearing therapy twice a month, a beginner class and an intermediate class, to just better serve our patients and equip them to hear their best.
And can we talk a little bit about the psychology and the mental side of hearing loss? When people feel like they're not part of conversations, they isolate a little bit more, and you guys want to break people free of that, right?
Right, and that's the whole idea behind coming to us as audiologists. We have 8 years of hearing science, so we understand what's happening, and the counseling that we give patients is huge. So we try to get them over the negative barriers about hearing loss or the isolation that they're feeling because they don't want to tell their spouse what one more time, right? So there starts to become communication barriers that happen, and those are all kinds of things that we as audiologists address, but also in the hearing therapy classes, she really addresses.
And when that happens to people, there's also a mental and physical things that can happen when they isolate, when they remove themselves, and kind of they can sink into depressions and things like that, right?
Absolutely. Depression, anxiety, closely related to untreated hearing loss. If you know you're going to struggle through a situation, it's a lot easier to say, I'm not going, I'm going to stay home. Also, balance and memory, closely related to hearing and the hearing anatomy. So it's, whole body. We can't have one and not the other. We have to keep everything up and stimulated and running to just be the best selves that we can be.
Now, we talk about it often on the show that people can bring in their recyclables into your offices, and you guys use the monies that you raise to help drill wells in remote areas in Africa. You just returned from
Yes, I did.
a visit.
I was there in January for 2 weeks, and we had a team of 23 this time, which is a little bit larger, but it was so rewarding to see the people so thankful for the water that they got. So we did water, we did medical, we did we saw a school that we're building. So it was very rewarding, and the people are so appreciative. Always, thank you for coming.
What does it do for you when you see that? I mean, I know it's a great thing for you, but it's got to feel like, okay, wow, we're making a difference here. This isn't just a couple cans thrown into a container.
Totally. It just gives you purpose, right? And allows me to come back to the office and let the patients participate in that. So bringing their plastic bottles and aluminum cans really does make a difference.
When's your trip?
Everyone keeps asking. I love my role right now. I feel like I'm contributing by holding down the office, and someday I will get to go.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go over real quick the classes, when, where, and how can people get registered for those things?
So first I would check out the website, check out the topics, see what fits for you and your schedule and your needs. Give the office a call and save your seat. Sooner you save your seat, the better.
Yeah, the other part is that so those are the talks on Thursday mornings from 10:30 to 11:30, and they will start next week. So we're getting the topics up this week, but they would go to amazinghearing.net and then go under the patient tab and then see the class list there. The other ones is the hearing therapy, and those are the third week of the month, Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday is the intermediate class, and Wednesday is the beginner class.
All right, sounds good. From Amazing Hearing, Anne Mundell-Noel and Gabby Rodriguez, Dr. Gabby Rodriguez. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, coming up next, big party. Wear your hearing aids. The boomers are here.